Yo, what's up, big backs, little backs, and skinny backs? We haven't forgot about you. We're going to be talking about handgun optics, red dot optics, and you just got one. How do we utilize it? How do we zero it? What are some things to take in consideration? And why am I making this video? Because I'm out here just getting some range time in and doing the exact same thing myself. So why not make a great video out of it? And yes, this gun is clear, you nerds. All right, so let's get started with this video. Alright everybody, so if you're new here, my name is Jacob Zamora. I am the founder, owner of Dropzone Tactical and Firearms Instructor, of course, because I'm the, the owner of it. So the first thing that I want to talk about is a firearm safety, right? You should know your universal firearm safety rules before beginning anything. And again, I'm a special operator because I'm on YouTube, so that validates me, right? Anyways, what's going to happen is we have red dot optics, right? You just got a red dot optic and you want to zero in your dot, right? So the one easiest way to do it, and we're just going to give you easy tools here, is to co-witness it with your front and rear sights. Now, what's the best way to do this? Now, the best way to do this is to prop up the bottom of your weapon system on a table, on a barrel, on something that does not move. And if you have a partner, this helps out so much more, right? Because what we're going to look at is we have our elevation knobs, our up and down knobs there, and then we have our windage knobs, our left and right there. So you should be able to see that right is to go down, right? So what does that mean up does? It means it goes the other direction, right? Same thing for the top part here. So the bottom here means the dot in the optic is going to go upwards and vice versa there. So as we're shooting rounds, keep that note, and you always want to bring the tool for it. You can use a knife, like the back end of a knife. Just be careful to scrape up your optic if you really care about damaging that there. So I like to do this in about 3 round groupings. And we're going to come and look at my target. I already zeroed my handgun optic, but I'm going to show you the method and the way we do that. Very YouTube vlogger style once again. Alright, so the distance I shot here at these barrels. And here's my little target. I didn't use a big target, but I used a little one. So in the beginning, I started shooting groupings up here to the left. Alright, so because I was going shots here to the left, what I wanted to do was bring that into the right, but I'm not going to Kentucky windage it and try to jimmy it there, right? So what I had to do, and obviously I didn't hit the center here, it's because I swapped different angles and targets and things of that nature. So what I was doing is I saw a decent grouping here. I kept hitting left and make sure to mark them after every iteration so you know which rounds are fresh, which ones are old. Doing that, and then I started aiming for the circle because it's kind of hard to gauge directly center back at that distance over there. It's not super far, but it's to be super pinpoint accurate. It gets a little bit difficult because it's an all flat color target. Now you want to, obviously if I'm to the left, I want to pull that in to the left because my dot's here, right? So I want to meet my dot with the bullet holes where I'm going. So if my dot's here and I'm shooting here, I need to bring that dot to my rounds. So I'm going to adjust it left little by little by little by little by little, and as you can see, it started to gradually get in to the center there. And there are a couple little flyer shots that are on me as well here too. Yes, again, special operator YouTube, right? We do miss. Not special operator, it's a joke, guys. It's a joke, relax. All right, and then I went some headshots here, and then we have some steel back here that I also verified my zero at. So when you're zeroing your optic, do it in bite-sized chunks and grab data. Now, where should I zero my handgun? Great question. I'm glad you asked, comment section. So when you're, set this camera back up. When you're zeroing a distance, it depends. Some people say 25 meters. Some people say do a little bit further. I recommend doing it at a distance that you feel like you'd be utilizing that weapon system for. So for me, it was here at the barrels to that target, and I wanted to get it real nice and tight in there, so I did. Pause. Anyways, for your concealed carry gun, it depends on if you want to shoot at the 7-yard line or whatever. But think about defensive context, right? Don't think about I'm going to be shooting a 100-yard target just to show off to my friends. If that's your purpose for that gun, then great. good on you. But if not, think about self-defense stuff, right? Engagements are typically close range, but also you gotta know your holes. If you've never heard the term sight over bore, I'm gonna break it down real quick. You see how here on the handgun, the optic sticks out and it's a little bit higher than where the actual barrel is, right? Sight, barrel, sight, barrel, sight, barrel. Very complicated, I know, it's crazy. Anyways, the barrel goes in a linear line, hypothetically, right? If we put a laser in this barrel, it would go straight forever. And then basically where the optic sits, we're gonna do the same thing, right? Because you have a dot, so there's an invisible laser or line of sight that goes straight forever. So at some point we need to angle the dot so that they intersect at some point, right? Kind of makes sense. Or you can go into ballistics and say, well, the round, right? Because it goes boom and it, does its little trajectory, and you need to marry up that trajectory at some point in time at quote unquote zero distance with that optic. So that's what we're doing in a nutshell. I'm sure there's better videos on ballistics and some cool imagery, but in a quick, timely manner, that's what we're looking at. So when you're zeroing your gun, make sure you do that and then validate the zero, right? You also want to, sometimes you can mark it and be like, hey, that's where it is in case it ever does move and you're doing stuff, cool stuff or whatever, and it decides to change it to zero. You can do that, or just go back to the co-witness and do things like that, right? So again, co-witness, let's see if we can see a dot in here. I'm gonna do my best. You can kind of see the dot, right? So if I line up my sights, it's very blurry. You want to cut, you want to basically put that dot at the top of that front sight. Now it's gonna be very difficult to show you guys, but you kind of get the point, right? So when we're zeroing anything like that, that's kind of what we want to do, and then validate it, train with it, use it. And that's for the most part in a quick video how to zero your handgun, right? And I'm going to show you some positions that I use on this barrel when I'm engaging my target. I'm going to use the steel so you guys can hear the ping, because it's going to be a hard angle to gauge. So let's go and shoot some rounds. All right, some brass there. So turn around. Now the position that I use is obviously that I'm a lot taller than this barrel here, so you can shoot free-handed if you want, but to be accurate, put my gun down on the barrel as flat as possible and take as much human error out as possible. Put my other arm on and get into this weird squat position. Don't screenshot it for your PC or your phone wallpaper, alright? Alright, so we get here, really up on it, and then we get our finger slowly on the trigger. I'm going to take a few shots and you should hear a ping. Slow and easy. 1, 2, and 3. So, again, look at the steel. Where's that steel at? It's way over there. And that's kind of hard to tell, but we'll walk to it. I'll show you with no cuts. Oh my God, Jacob, you're cheating. I'm not. See it? See it? There's a lot of grass over there. Right here in the front. This little white piece of steel. That's what we're shooting at. Okay, so validate it. Get in your weird squatty potty summer calendar position and zero your gun. It's super easy. It doesn't need to be super complicated. So hopefully this video is informational for you guys. If it was, please share, like, subscribe. I do cringe videos all the time, but don't worry about it. You know why? Because I'm a special operator. You know why I'm a special operator? You know what validates me? Because I'm on YouTube. All right. Anyways, show anybody you think that would benefit from this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Go and get training. Doesn't need to be by me. If you want cool shirts like this one, we have shirts available on our website, right, on our website for you to go and enjoy. I think currently at this moment in time I made a little gag thing, which you can actually buy, but it is Dropzone underwear. It's compression pant, compression shorts. It's got DZ logos everywhere. It's pretty great. Nobody's bought it yet, but you could be the first. All right, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Later, big bats, skinny bats, and everything in between.